Hello, everyone on Twitch, who probably is not joining me right now because I'm not exactly playing a popular game yet. I am Forgotmynamesoz. I am playing Crusader Kings 2, and as the name might suggest, I'm gonna try my hardest to conquer Ireland. Now, as you can probably see, hopefully, I'm gonna try to log on via my iPod just to make sure this is working, because I'm running off of university internet, and anyone who's ever gone to university internet knows it's probably not the best. So yeah, I'm sorry, just give me a few minutes to get this to work. I have not streamed in a while, and I'll be honest, the first thing that this is the first non-Minecraft that I've ever streamed. Excuse me, so let me see if this works. Yeah, that works. That was off of my iPod. Again, I'm really trying to make sure that this is working. Wish there was a bloody search button on Twitch. Or mobile, of course. Oh, it is. Never mind. Wow, I'm stupid. This actually streaming? Well, I hope it's streaming. Otherwise, I look like an idiot. But then again, I probably don't need help to look like an idiot. I can do that all on my own. So I'm gonna assume this is working, and I'm gonna go into single player, and yeah, I don't honestly have a lot of the really any of the mod or the expansions. I should get them. I've been recommended. The guy who recommended me has told me I totally need to get them, and I've thought about it. I just haven't gotten them yet because I'm a poor college student. So, in my attempt to unite Ireland, what I usually do is play as the family O'Brien and just go into Mumu. I honestly find that easier because they're the largest faction in Ireland, but honestly that doesn't say much. So let's see how I can do. Feel free to watch me fail. Yes, I'm sorry if my internet is god-awful. I apologize to people who might watch this in the future. It's late and school internet is a terrible thing here. So it's probably going to take forever to load. It's probably going to take forever to actually get this to work, but it is what it is. So, Here, I need to check something. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, as I start out, the O'Brien family, you're not married. You play as the ruler, in case anyone who's watching this doesn't actually know. You generally start out as the ruler of the land. Let's see here. I'm sorry, it's just I'm trying to get a good understanding of the game, of the family, rather. I have played this more than a few times. Yeah, Gavelkind is going to be changed to Primogenitor. No, it's not. It can cause a lot of issues, but honestly, I much prefer Primogenitor. It just secures the lineage, means that nothing falls out of your hands after your death, and gives you just generally it's a nice help. And then King Malcolm. Oh, great, he has no real. Great, okay. She looks like she's marriage material. Yeah, usually what I do with my marriages is that I try to make them as political as possible, which I know everyone tries to do for the most part. It's just generally the best way to go about a marriage in this game. Okay, so I've gotten a betrothal, which is good, because that means that eventually when the girl's old enough, she'll get married. And this is an actual marriage. I generally tend to go with prestige because I find that money is the easiest thing to earn. Prestige is next easiest, and then the hardest to get is piety, because although the two do switch, I mean, in this case right now, it's harder to get prestige, which just means all the more reason for me to go grab prestige instead of wealth. Especially because, honestly, that's not a lot of money compared to what I can get. And, yeah. So basically, my heir is currently married, my heir being my son. He is now married to the daughter of the Petty King of Gwynedd, which is these three small regions right here. The game, if anyone's wondering, this game is kind of set in an almost medieval era. In case you've never played it before, I personally really like it. It's a lot of grand strategy, though, so you kind of have to know what you're doing strategy-wise. What I really love to do is I should make sure that I've got some of my best advisors, rather than, because sometimes when the game starts you out, you get some really meh quality advisors, I guess is the best way to put it. They're not the best, but they're also not the worst. But okay, this time it's actually the best. I also like having a full court, so I like to marry off people. And even though she's never going to have kids, I just like to marry him off. It's just easier, it gets him out of the way. At least in my opinion. I also like to do some really odd things in the sense of I like to take the mayors and try to get them get the mayors married off. It kind of creates almost a barony in a sense, and I always found that mechanic interesting. They'll probably patch it. I don't know much about what they do and don't patch, but even though it's technically an open elective succession, if they get married, they tend to have more. Their kids tend to inherit, which again I thought that was always a little odd. Plus, them getting married boosts their skills a bit. They get half what the spouse has, and honestly, that's just really helpful usually. Like, this guy's gonna get 4 in diplomacy, 3 in martial, nothing in stewardship because she's awful at that, 5 in intrigue, and then 4 in learning, which isn't that bad, honestly. It's not great, but I mean, for an average low-born woman, you get what you get for the most part in this game. Realm size, score. Now, score is determined by how long your house has existed, and I think it has a bit of determination on how many people are in the house, but a lot more determination on how powerful the people in the house are. Like, the people that are related to a king are going to have more prestige than more house prestige, and therefore a higher score than people who come from a count. You know, it's just basic stuff like that. I honestly think that's a very interesting mechanic, the way they have it. Oh, I have a free investiture, which is really nice because it means I can appoint who I want as the logical successor to, well, anything, to, you know, any position in the church, which means I can stack the church in my favor, which I've almost always tried to do. Hopefully she comes out good, but I mean, if not, I've got a son. Yeah, because it's medieval times, you generally want a son. You could, the gender laws, agnatic meaning only the males. Currently I'm agnatic cognatic, but yeah, basically the idea is that females can only inherit if there are no available males to inherit their own. That's what agnatic cognatic is. Absolute cognatic is females just have every right. So if basically it would be like gavelkind, it would be split between everyone. Primogenitor, firstborn gets it. Elective, it's just described in your laws section. There's a lot of Tanistry's weird. I don't know if anyone saw that one, but it's basically the youngest one inherits. Ultimogenitor, Tanistry is different. Ultimogenitor is the youngest inherits. Tanistry is elective monarchy is basically you and everyone a level under you votes. Basically, if you're like a duke, your counts will also vote. If you're a king, your dukes will also vote. If you're an emperor, your kings will also vote, but dukes count for anything, basically. But anyways, they all vote on who they want the next successor to be. In a Tanistry, it's 2